Hey, Chicago, what do you say? It's the CHGO Cubs Podcast presented by DraftKings. Download the app. Use the promo code CHGO when you sign up. America's top-rated sportsbook, of course, DraftKings. We love them. We love you. Hope everybody's having a safe Memorial Day weekend. And we're here to, have a little fun. Not everybody can get out and have a barbecue. Not everybody can get out and have fun. And, of course, the holiday itself is about honoring the people in the military who've paid the ultimate price for the freedom of our country. We appreciate them. We are thankful for that. We have respect for that. And we also like to have a little fun on the holidays. So we've decided we can't really do anything that gives any relevance to actual Memorial Day and what it represents, right? There's no relationship between, hey, let's talk baseball or have fun on a podcast and talk also about the people who have sacrificed their lives for our country. So we're just going to have the fun part. But we are thankful for everybody that served our country and paid the price.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
So I was thinking, how about we just draft Wrigleyville destinations? We all like to go down to Wrigley. I don't think you can count CHGO as a Wrigleyville destination. We're in the West Loop.
Yeah, we're West Loop.
Well, maybe someday the CHGO bar opens up in Wrigleyville.
You never know.
See.
The Sox guys won't like that, but
No, they wouldn't.
You know why I like this draft? Wrigley Field is packed on Memorial Day. Like, Wrigleyville is buzzing on Memorial Day because people are all at the game or they're out, around the neighborhood.
It's one of the best home series of the year.
It signals the start of real summer for most people, right? That holiday is kind of like the first one of
So if people are on
vibes.
Wrigley Field and are going to Wrigleyville today and they're listening to us in the morning, maybe they get some ideas of what they should do in Wrigleyville while listening to this podcast.
For the rest of the summer. This may set up your summer plans. Maybe you're an out-of-towner and you listen to the podcast or watch the live YouTube feed. Make sure you do that, please. We appreciate you subscribing to the CHGO Sports YouTube channel so you don't miss anything. And that way you can be part of the live chats that happen for the live shows, which are a lot of times pregame, postgame shows. And, it's the best way to take in the experience. But in just podcast form, when it goes out, if you're listening to this later this summer and you might say, where should I go when I go to Wrigleyville? Maybe I'm coming into town like our friend Rachel, who's always in the chat from London. Mm-hmm. She wanted to know where to go. So we're going to do a draft. Now, the question is, who gets to draft first? I assume we all want to do a snake draft.
I think that's fair.
Right?
I think that's fair.
Are we going to auction
first,
them off?
Second, third, and then the third also gets the fourth, and we go back.
We get to auction them off, list, name, and place, and then we'll.
You want to auction off?
Use fake dollars.
This is like reverse Monopoly. Like, come on.
Well, it's like my fantasy football draft every year, where you get $200 to draft your entire team.
Oh, really? That's how you do it?
Yeah.
I don't do it. I don't do
Can
mine.
200 fake dollars.
Let's just do
fake dollars.
Yeah, 200 fake dollars, and then it comes down to valuing the best players. Like last year, I think I had to end up paying well over 60 fake dollars for this wide receiver I took. I can't remember who it was.
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp. It was like $70 actually.
Cody Del Hundos. 200 of them.
Again, it's fake.
Cody Del Mula.
It would have been fake money. And again, you use it to draft your team. And when you run out, you can't run out of money. There's a limit you can put on one thing if you use too much money.
It's too complex.
Yeah, I think we just do snake draft and rock paper scissors.
All right.
Yeah, that's too much math.
That is actually too much math.
Cody had the most recent birthday. Cody can go first. I'll go third.
Okay.
Well, that's nice of you.
All right, cool. We'll just do it. Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
All
right,
we'll do it that way. So, places in Wrigleyville.
And this is like bars, restaurants, stores, whatever.
Wrigleyville establishments, Wrigleyville destinations.
Okay.
Where do you want to go in Wrigleyville?
I love that I get to go first because I think it's an easy
you weren't
choice.
expecting that. Now
I wasn't. No.
Joey's over there quickly putting together a detailed graphic of who's going where.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
All right, so
we're going to each pick 5. So at the end of this, what you'll have is at least 15 places that you can say, I've been there, haven't been there, need to go there.
Okay. Also, I'm hoping that by the time this ends, my 5 describe my personality.
Okay.
What do you think the odds are that when we get to the end of this, we haven't been to some of the other people's spots?
I think pretty high.
I think that's possible.
Maybe you've been to all. I don't know. You've been around Wrigleyville.
No, because my time for hanging out in Wrigleyville and like, bar crawling or whatever, that's past. Like, and High Tops, gone. Okay. So some of the places that I used to go aren't even there anymore. Okay. Now Can
we use places that were there?
We can draft old places. Yeah, I say we should be able to draft old places. Ryan also wants to draft future places that have been confirmed, which we all know means the DraftKings Sportsbook. So
can we just all draft DraftKings Sportsbook because it's going to be so awesome? Like everyone gets that pick.
So I past, present, future, whatever you want.
All right, cool.
There's no rules. This is
Cody starts it off.
CHGO Cubs podcast. We don't have rules.
Cody starts it off.
There's no rules.
Cody on the clock.
Cody wants to chug a beer after each pick. He can.
I have decided to refrain from the draft so that I can play the role of the chat and all of its different characters, so I will be chiming in as the different members of the chat.
Awesome.
You can start with, is this live?
Is this live from Barb, who also is happy that Cody is wearing pants today?
Yeah, Cody is wearing pants
today. I am wearing pants today.
Everyone's happy about the pants.
Well, it's colder today.
It is a little chilly.
By the way, we taped this. This is not live.
This is not live. So no, Barb, it's not live.
It's not live.
Barb,
if you're watching right now, we are not live.
Technically, we are recording this before.
We recorded this just for you.
Just for you.
Yeah.
So you'd have something today.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
All right, Cody, what do you got? What do you got for us? First pick in the Wrigleyville destination draft.
See, I really would love to go old here, but I can't for the first pick.
I already know where he's going.
I know what you're picking.
I know where he's going.
It's obviously Murphy's
Bleachers.
Bleachers.
If you didn't pick it, I was going to pick it.
It's obviously Murphy's Bleachers. Yeah. This is a staple in this neighborhood. I mean, the Cubs put Beth Murphy's name on the marquee. They put her on the scoreboard or whatever.
Flags
when
around
she
town in the neighborhood. They were on the light posts.
Yep. Right. Like this is my number one spot. If you've never been to a Cubs game, if you've never just even been to Chicago and and the Cubs aren't here, but you want to go see Wrigley Field, take the tour, maybe get the whole like Wrigleyville experience with the Cubs not in town, that is the place I tell you to go to first, or at least you have to go there. Honestly, if the Cubs aren't even in town, you might get a better experience there because there won't be as many people there. Because on game day, that place is packed, especially in the summer.
Yeah, it's the video they did. Remember the drone thing?
Oh, yeah.
It flew through Murphy's, and I mean, that summarizes how big Murphy's is to the Wrigleyville experience.
Yeah. No, it's probably the 1-1 pick. I think you've started off very strong. Because, again, I would have taken that first overall if it was me, and I would have taken it had you somehow forgotten about it.
It's just like, and on top of it, it's just my favorite bar.
You know what? When there was talk of the Wrigley renovations, and one of the first, I believe, drafts they had of what they wanted to do was they wanted, what is it called, Yankee Way for the Red Sox? Is that what it is, Yankee Way? Something like that?
I have no idea.
Anyways, they closed down, they turned a street into basically what Gallagher Way sort of is. Like it's part of the ballpark, it's closed up. They wanted to close Sheffield out there. They wanted to close down the street, but it's a little bit different because some of the places at one time were houses. You got houses right behind it. So, but they wanted to close that street off permanently to any car traffic, which obviously that did not work. But it would have been really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's my turn.
Yeah.
Herrera on the clock.
All right.
Herrera's on the clock.
I am
I'm glad they didn't.
I have to take.
I am and I'm not. When they did it for the college football game and you could just roam around and walk all over, it was pretty cool.
So I have to take Sluggers.
Yep.
I have to take Sluggers. Like I got roasted for it on a TikTok we did like a year ago on like our favorite bar. I like going to the bar, like drinking and being able to hit the batting cage. Like we've seen
the most unique place.
I believe the line you used in the TikTok was, "Get me 7 beers deep in a batting cage. Yeah. I'm going to Sluggers."
Yeah.
That may have contributed to the roast.
I understand why Cody doesn't like Sluggers because we've all seen the video of him at the batting cage. But I
slander today.
I hit one-liner.
On a holiday.
I would say, okay, first off, Ryan got roasted on social media because the question was the best bar in Chicago, and he said Sluggers, all right?
Favorite bar.
Now, I like Sluggers as far as if you're talking about bars in Wrigleyville.
Dueling
it is,
like
you got
nobody on the
I do like
going to pick Sluggers.
It's underrated, the dueling pianos.
Yeah.
The dueling pianos is actually my favorite part of
times.
Sluggers because you go there, they play all those old songs, you about 10 old styles deep or Goose Islands deep, and you're vibing, all right? But on top of it, you got the batting cages. I actually love going to Sluggers when the Cubs aren't in town
how many people do you think have been seriously injured in those batting cages? That's one thing I wonder, because when you say 7 beers, if I had 7 beers and stepped into that batting cage, there's no question a ball would hit me right in the teeth.
Yeah.
Like, no question, right in the teeth. So there's been people that have been overserved themselves.
Maybe 7
fault
beers.
of sluggers. People have overserved themselves around Wrigleyville, walked into that cage, and they've been drilled.
Is there no waiver or something? No waiver?
I'm sure there is, but I'm just asking how many people do you think have actually just been drilled and hurt?
I've never been in the batting cage. Is there a waiver?
No. You just have to. It's $2.
Yeah, you just got to put your money in and.
Right.
You assume responsibility.
Grab the helmet and the bat. And
I think they have like a sign or something that says that like
no responsibility or something.
Yeah.
It's like the axe throwing place.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
slightly less dangerous.
A little bit.
My one critique of the batting cage is that
it's too fast.
Shut up. It's too dark.
It is dark.
Pretty
I don't
dark.
know why it's
Too dark.
dark. Why don't they get new lighting?
They need new lighting in there.
You know what
man.
they need?
I'll give you that.
ComEd energy efficiency lighting plants.
There you go. That's
Wow,
what
we
I'm
should
talking
send
about.
them over to Sluggers. That's a great idea. Those two, you go 1, 2. One I would say is probably the spot to send somebody if they come in town that they have to go to if they're going to one Wrigleyville bar. And the other is the most unique. So I would agree those are 2 really good picks.
Yeah. I think as far as like iconic Wrigleyville places go, like those 2 are right at the top.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like a few months ago before the season, my friend Matt Menace, who gave me the beer bat, by the way, who is
still never watched it.
His family grew up in Chicago, but he grew up in Texas.
Sure.
And now he lives in Toronto with his girlfriend, and they came to Chicago for a family thing, and his girlfriend really wanted to go to Sluggers, and so like
fun bar, man.
I went
fun.
up and met with them there, and we were gonna go do the batting cages, but unfortunately when we went, it was like on a Tuesday night, and it was dead in the bar, and like they closed the batting cages down early that night, so they couldn't do it. So
there is something to be said for that it hasn't been modernized. I would like to have better lights because I agree it's really dingy in there. But at the same time, that's part of the mystique of it. Like if it was some just like bells and whistles went off when you hit the ball and like, that's not what it is. It's a bar that's got some crazy ass batting cages upstairs. Like that's what it is. It's unique.
It's unique.
All right, Joey's going to have to judge on this one. With my first round pick, I would take Wrigley Field.
Can you? Like that's what
How is it not a Wrigleyville destination?
Because it is the destination for Wrigleyville. Like
I don't think that counts.
I guess we should have made that rule earlier, but I went into this
I'm okay
thinking
if
like
you guys
Wrigley
say that, but then when we put this out on social media, we need to say you can't pick Wrigley Field.
It's just like Wrigley Field is the destination. Like if Cody would have taken that 1-1, like that is the
Wrigley Field is the reason people go.
I don't disagree. I'm just saying if we're talking Wrigleyville destination.
Thought he was pulling a fast one over here.
I'm saying we at least have to acknowledge the fact that Wrigley would be the number 1 choice.
Yeah, for sure. I think
that's fine.
I definitely think
acknowledge
it would be.
that.
But
so maybe when we put the graphic out, we have to say Wrigleyville destinations,
not Wrigley Field,
outside of Wrigley. Because we're just going to have people like, how could you not say Wrigley?
Right, that's fair.
The bleachers.
That's fair.
I mean,
field.
For sure.
Gallagher Way.
We probably should have said that going into this, that like made that rule, but I think that was like an implied rule. Like obviously Wrigley Field isn't
all right.
The scoreboard.
Pickable, but okay.
Underneath the marquee, I got engaged there.
All right. So your third pick, Luke.
So my first overall pick then, we've gone bar. I'm leaning towards food.
Okay.
Now this is another qualifier. Is the Wiener Circle Wrigleyville? It's very close. I've walked there from Wrigley.
That's Cody's
multiple
direction.
times after a game. I've walked to the Wiener Circle.
It's south of Wrigley.
Law's shaking his head no.
Yeah. I was gonna say I thought it was Lincoln Park.
We do
hang with them.
Yeah, we did before opening day. I'm leaving it to Cody.
I feel weird leaving them off of the 15. That's my thing. Like, if I told somebody from out of town to go to a game in Wrigleyville, I think the first 3 places I would say would be Murphy's, Sluggers,
all right,
and the Wiener Circle.
So Wikipedia
Google
says
Maps,
Wiener Circle's in Lincoln Park.
Google Maps tells me it is a 30-minute walk.
I've done it.
From Wrigley Field to Wiener Circle.
It is a long walk. I did it after, I think, a Foo
It is a
Fighters
mile,
concert, and I was like,
it is 1.3 miles
Okay.
Nope.
away.
Wikipedia
Not
says
Wrigleyville.
Not Wrigleyville.
Wikipedia says it's in Lincoln Park.
Okay.
So
Okay. So I won't.
Trusty
I just
Wikipedia.
those are two things I wanted to make sure I
Alright.
couldn't take.
Fair enough.
Can't take Wrigley Field. I can't take the Wiener Circle.
Okay.
So do I choose another bar here, or do I go my personality?
Got your personality, man. There's a lot.
And I go for Do Right Donuts, number
Oh,
one.
that's-
That's where I'm going because, especially if you're going for a day game, what do you start it off with? A good base, and that base is a Valrhona chocolate and a blueberry crumb donut.
Where's it actually at? Is it on Sheffield?
No, it's on
no,
Addison.
it's on Addison.
It's on Addison.
Yeah, right across from the DraftKings Sportsbook, by the way.
Oh,
It is. It is.
Conveniently
I guess
located.
I've just never noticed it, but it is
Oh,
good.
it's right next to the Chipotle.
It is good. It is very good. I'll give you that.
So Do Right Donuts would be my number one choice.
Number
Wonderful
two?
breakfast sandwich. If you want to add that onto your base, but you should at least start with 2 donuts before you do any kind of activity at Wrigley Field.
That's fair.
All right. Number
I'm
two.
embracing, see, as an old head, I'm embracing the new Wrigley Field, the new Wrigleyville. That's shocking to people, I know.
Big of you.
Big
Big of me. You know what that is?
That's integrity.
That's integrity. That's getting along with the times.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
no
I'm
metrics.
evolving with the
Take that,
experience.
Colada.
All right. What about?
We
Oh,
stinks.
now I gotta go again.
Yeah.
Luke's team stinks. That's
True.
from Colada in the chat.
True.
Do Right Donuts is my number one choice. My number 2 choice, Yum Yum Donuts, the old donut shop that
You're
used to be
a
next to
huge
Wrigley
donut
Field.
guy, man.
What do you think, Law?
Big time donut guy.
Huh? Donuts are a big part of the Wrigley experience for me. I'm going to go Yum Yum Donuts.
I think that's just part of Luke
I
Stockmeyer's
probably could have got
existence.
away with taking Yum Yum at number 5 because they probably didn't even know the name of the place. But I'm taking it number.
Yeah.
I like to see donut right off the
So
top.
it's not there anymore though.
No, it's gone.
It's
Yeah,
not
it's-
there
And they don't have
no longer-
another location.
like the Taco Bell
It looked pretty good.
gone.
Okay.
Yum Yum Donuts, I will tell you, not as good as Do
Law's
Right.
smiling over there, so it must have been pretty good donuts.
Yeah.
Never had it.
Herrera
wait,
back on the clock.
Back-
Taco
on
Bell's
the
not
clock.
there. Well, it's there.
Well, it's here
McDonald's
at
is in another
Herrera.
place.
All right, so my pick, a little outside the box, but not like the more I thought about it, the more I was worried that Cody might take it. I'm gonna go with the obvious shirt store
Oh,
We're going to
yeah.
Obvious
Now,
Shirt
see, I
Store.
hadn't thought of merch.
right there.
I hadn't thought of merch.
Our friends over
They
at
are
Obvious
our
Shirts.
friends, yeah.
They are our friends. We wear their stuff. It's it's right across the street, basically from where I park,
Yeah.
for media parking. It's right there.
It's right
Not
next
even-
to
Grace, right by Grace,
Yep,
isn't
yep,
it? Grace
on
and
Grace and Clark.
Grace and Clark.
Yeah.
It's right there on the corner. Great stuff. Obviously, people have seen obvious shirts stuff everywhere. So if you're in Wrigleyville, make sure you stop there.
Yeah, and I think even when the Cubs aren't in town, I think they're open like for at least 4 or 5 hours a day. But definitely, if you go there on game day, you gotta go. Yeah.
Our friends at Obvious Shirts.
All right, Cody, take your second round pick, and then I think we're going to take an ad break.
All right. So I looked this up on Apple Maps. I think I'm on Apple Maps or Google Maps, whatever.
Sure.
This is the first
It is
thing we've done
a
research
half
for.
mile walk.
Years.
It's 11 minutes. All right, from Wrigley Field.
Is it in Wrigleyville?
That I'm letting you know.
Okay.
I'm saying that
All right.
now. 11-minute walk from
Okay.
Wrigley Field. All right.
Is
Cheesy's on Belmont.
Oh, wow, yeah.
wow.
I know. A guy that, I know
I
the guy used
love
to
that
manage
place, bro.
I didn't even think of that. Cheese is
It's on
very,
Belmont?
very good.
It's on Belmont. Yeah.
What does Wikipedia tell me? No
You walk
Wikipedia.
down
Is
Clark.
that Lakeview?
And then you take a left at the Target or take a right at the Target, and you walk on, and it's right off the Belmont
Wait,
Red
I
Line
think
stop.
that might be too far.
I need to know: is that Joseph? Is that Wrigleyville or not?
It says Cheesy's is Lakeview on Google.
Cheesy's is Lakeview.
Which technically Wrigley Field is Lakeview too, but
That's what
But
I
they
was
do lots
saying.
of grilled cheeses.
They do.
Yeah, lots of
If you
grilled
love
cheese.
cheese.
11 minutes is close though.
it's definitely closer than a half
Like,
hour.
It's closer. It is closer.
I mean, it
than
might not
Wiener
fall
Circle.
within the technical, geographical constraints of the city. I don't know if you could vote
Well,
in the
I'm
Wrigley
fine with
election,
an
but
asterisk, like
I'm fine letting him take Cheesy's.
I think-
Cheesy's, go ahead.
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
all right.
Yeah, let's go.
Now, interesting. We've each kind of gone with old school new school, right?
School.
Like, right? We each have one that is like something that's either gone or is an older spot, a traditional place, and then we have something that's sort of newer to the neighborhood.
Yeah. All right, so to bring it back around again,
let's take an ad break.
Oh, an ad break. Okay.
Pause on that. Think on that, because I'll tell you what is new to the area. And it's the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program, Cody.
Yeah, because those dang lights at Wrigley Field, they're so bright thanks to ComEd. And their Energy Efficiency Program is committed to helping families and businesses in the communities they serve, helping manage energy usage and lower energy bills now and into the future.
That's right. ComEd offers a wide variety of incentives on lighting and other efficiency upgrades to commercial, industrial, and public sector customers of all sizes across the territory. ComEd also offers free facility assessments that can help find energy-saving opportunities for HVAC systems, commercial kitchen equipment, or industrial processes. Maybe new LED lights in your batting cage. I'm just saying, sluggers.
Ooh, how does that work?
Here's how it works, Cody. An authorized engineer will work with you to develop a detailed assessment plan specific to your goals and needs. They can be done in person or virtually and last about 2 hours. Then within 3 to 4 weeks, customers receive a report detailing energy efficiency projects they can start working on right away. Each recommendation will include estimated energy savings, cost savings, project costs, potential incentives, and simple payback. If you own a business, like Sluggers, don't wait. Get started saving money and energy today. For energy-saving tips, lighting incentives, or to schedule your free facility assessment, go to ComEd.com/poweringbiz.
Luke, did you say ComEd.com/poweringbiz?
That's it, Cody. ComEd.com/poweringbiz. Schedule it today.
Yeah, so I know we're talking about being at Wrigley Field, and obviously one of the big things to do is to go to a baseball game. If you're going to be in Wrigley Field, or in Wrigleyville, you go to Wrigley Field, you catch a game. It's Memorial Day, so there's going to be a lot of people there, but I can tell you right now, if you're looking for last-minute tickets, the best place to go and find them is on Game Time. Buying tickets to your favorite events shouldn't be stressful. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and theater near you. With killer deals on last-minute tickets and their best price guarantee, you can stop stressing over the tickets and start getting hyped for the fun you'll have. One thing I've been looking at actually is June 2nd, 2 friends. I don't know, may not be the most worldwide known thing, but if you know the Big Booty Mix, that's 2 friends.
2 friends?
2 friends.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
June 2nd at the Huntington Bank Pavilion.
I think Big Booty means large buttocks.
Yeah, Big Booty Mix. I think they're on volume 22 now, something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, so Friday, June 2nd, they're at 6:30 at the Huntington Bank Pavilion. Tickets are pretty cheap now, but I guarantee you if you look on Game Time that day, they're going to be even cheaper. So that's something I'm interested in. So some things you get with Game Time, you get flash deals and last-minute tickets. It's easy to find and buy tickets for every kind of event in your area. You get images of the seat views. I actually was just looking at the general admission, like kind of like the little bowl in there, which is just like ground floor, but then you also have the tickets in the stands and stuff. But you can always see that on Game Time. The lowest price guarantee, event cancellation protection, job loss protection. That's what you get with Game Time. So Game Time is the place for last minute ticket deals. Forget planning months in advance. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the day of the event. The Game Time guarantee means you'll always get the best price. If you find tickets in the same section and row for less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. It's the fastest growing ticketing app in the country for a reason. You get those images. You can buy the tickets in a matter of seconds. 2 taps and you're set. The tickets are sent directly to your phone, so you never have to dig through your email. So snag the tickets without the stress with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code CHGO for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHGO for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Boom.
Very nice. We are doing a draft of Wrigleyville destinations. And we've gone through 2 rounds. Snake draft. Cody had the first pick. Again, we're reminding everybody that's listening, not allowed to choose Wrigley Field itself. And I was told that Wiener Circle was outside of Wrigleyville, not allowed to take it.
It's a little too far.
I have some other ones that are coming up that are also going to be borderline. But Law's leaving anyways. He says goodbye.
Bye, Law.
He's giving me approval to take.
Peck might know.
Give me approval for what I'm about to. Is Bongo Room within the boundaries? Andersonville, close enough?
That's up by where I live.
Yeah, I would say no.
Probably not.
So it's like 2 miles, so no.
Cody's third pick now?
Yeah,
Cody, yep.
I believe
Cody's
that's
up.
my third pick.
Round 3.
First pick of the 3rd round in the Wrigleyville destination draft.
All right. I can't decide between like bar or food.
This is the most torn I've been. I've already decided that this should have been a 10-round draft because I know I'm leaving stuff out that I don't want to leave out.
Oh man! All right.
I'm also like thinking like a little more outside the box.
I'm sweating.
I'm trying to.
Yeah. See, I'm trying again. Like I said at the beginning, I want this to fit my personality.
Right.
That's why I went with Murphy's, and then I went with the place that just called Cheese. And if you know me, I love cheese more than a lot of things. So,
Cheesies.
I guess one of the spots that I really like going to before or even after the game is Wrigleyville Dogs. Right there on Clark. It's across.
Is it Wrigleyville Dogs or is it Wrigleysville?
I think on their sign it says Wrigley's.
Yeah, they put an S on the sign.
Yeah, Wrigleyville Dogs.
Of course it is, but I believe the sign says Wrigleyville. Probably
anyway,
for legal reasons.
Yeah.
Matt Peck says best Euros in Chicago.
Matt Peck guarantee.
I love the food there. It's about as
we've eaten there.
Yeah, we've ate
Vienna
there.
beef dogs.
Yeah, they got about as I guess it's the best way I can explain it is it's very Chicago, right?
Oh yeah,
and it's cheap. It's not like
a smaller version.
You can go
of
to
the
some of
Wiener
those
Circle.
places on Clark, north of Wrigleyville Dogs, and sure, the food might be better in terms of like, I don't know, like the way it's presented. But if you want cheap food and like don't want to spend a ton of money, I recommend Wrigleyville Dogs. So, yeah. So I've gone bar, food. Okay. I guess in a way this does describe me. So
let's see. So I went old school, newer school. I think I should go back to old school. And I haven't got any food yet. I'm gonna pick one that isn't even around anymore, but people still talk about it. I'm going with the old Taco Bell. I'm going with the old Taco Bell. And I know there's a Taco Bell.
It's a legendary spot.
I know there's a Taco Bell there now, but it's not the same. People still talk about the old Taco Bell. I think Ravi maybe is in the chat all the time talking about it.
51, I never went to that Taco Bell, and I have no regrets.
Well, that's, whatever.
My favorite.
But it was still a staple. Like, the Taco
chain.
Bell. But
it's a legendary
what people
spot,
are talking about when they're talking about
I know.
People were so upset when that old Taco Bell closed
Oh, my
down.
God.
Oh, I know. Ryan's playing to the social media vote here for sure. No question about it.
I went to that Taco Bell every once in a while whenever I'd go to a game, and it was
What was
right
the order?
there. It depended on the day.
I'm not gonna lie. The only time I went there was any time after 1 a.m.
Yeah,
I mean that too.
that you can remember.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but it was a staple. It was just a Taco Bell for sure, but it was a staple of Wrigleyville.
True or false, Cody? You ate Taco Bell from that Taco Bell on the sidewalk with your girlfriend after I don't remember why you were stranded on the sidewalk, or the bag exploded or something, and you guys were eating on the ground.
Okay, so it's the new Taco Bell now. Like,
so that was the new Taco Bell.
Yeah,
I just remember that Cody was there and he was excited about it, and then something happened. He had to eat on the ground.
So last year, Cassidy and I, the Cubs weren't even in town. There was a concert at Wrigley Field.
This is before
Joey,
they tore down the
you gotta put old Taco Bell on there though. By the way, on the graphic, old Taco Bell.
And but she wanted Taco Bell for some reason. And where we live, you either have to go to Rogers Park or go to Wrigleyville to go to Taco Bell. So I got on the scooter and she got a lime, and then we rode to Taco Bell, got like a bunch of Taco Bell in this bag, and then we were gonna ride home and eat it. Well, we're riding the scooter home and we're going down Southport, and the next thing I know, this bag is starting to rip. And so we pulled over, and next thing you know, we're sitting next to a post office on the sidewalk eating Taco Bell. So that's
fun.
From what Joey is saying, probably from a picture I tweeted or something like that last year. But
for sure.
Correct.
Anyway,
So there's that. But that is the new Taco Bell.
That is the new Taco Bell. But
That's the new
still,
Taco Bell.
The old Taco Bell, my one story from the old Taco Bell is one time I went there and they didn't have any beef.
Oh, wow.
That's happened to me.
That's
happened to me before.
That's fun.
It was all on the curb.
All right, to Luke for 2 picks.
I think
All
I'm
right,
winning
Joey
this
wants
draft
to
right
move
now.
this along for 2 picks. I've got a lot of things. So you're telling me that Andersonville's not Wrigleyville, so I can't pick Bongo Room.
I'm gonna be honest.
I still have been one. It's
I'm not
literally
going to
right
go
by where I
old
live.
school
Never been
again
there.
because I've never been to this place, but this used to be Nuts on Clark. I'm surprised nobody's going to take Nuts on Clark. It's just not a place that I go. But okay, Nuts on Clark I thought about.
Clark?
Then I thought about Tango Sur, the Argentinian steakhouse on Southport, and I think that's where I'm going to go.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go Tango Sur. I'm going to go Donuts. How about dinner after the game?
Ooh.
A little steak at Tango Sir.
Our friend Corey Freeman has told me that place bangs.
It's good. It's a good place.
And Southport, you could walk there from Wrigley Field. It's a very short walk.
Oh, yeah, it's only like a block or two away.
Yeah.
It's right around the corner from D'Agostino's.
Yeah.
We'll give it to you.
My next pick on the side going back, though, listen, I don't think you can have a Wrigleyville destination draft without Murphy's, without Sluggers, and without the Cubby Bear. When Dave Grohl of the Foo Fighters watches his first ever rock concert and decides to come back and have an intimate concert at that venue, you've got to have the Cubby Bear on there.
That was going to be my next one.
So I'll go Cubby Bear for my fourth round pick, first pick of the fourth round.
The Cubby Bear?
The Cubby Bear.
Or Cubby
Maybe
Bear.
they just call it Cubby Bear. I'm not even sure if it's the Cubby Bear. I call it the Cubby Bear.
Yeah, it's the Cubby Bear.
We'll throw the on there. We'll throw the.
But I mean, it's not only a destination to go throw down a couple of cheaper beers before you go into the ballpark. It's a place to meet people. If you got to meet somebody in the neighborhood, you say, I'll meet you outside the Cubby Bear, right across from the marquee.
Yep.
It's an easy place to get dropped off. Drop me off at the Cubby Bear. And it's a musical destination. And I've seen many friends thrown out of the place. So I will say the Cubby Bear is my fourth round pick.
Admittedly, is not a place that I want to go to the Cubby Bear after the game.
But you've been there.
I've been there, yeah.
Of course.
But and I would say it is a staple of the neighborhood. It's not my vibe.
Well, it's right across from the marquee. It's got the same thing as Murphy's. Like you can walk out the door and the ballpark is literally like in your face.
Yeah. No, it's
Joe
Madden. They introduced Joe Madden there.
Right. Is that what they did?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
cool.
they really did do that.
That's pretty cool.
So,
all right.
Oh, I should have picked Theo Starbucks.
The old Starbucks.
Theo Epstein's sighting at Starbucks. Okay, go ahead.
That's where the news broke, right?
Yeah, that was it.
At Starbucks.
Paul Sullivan, word is somebody saw him at Starbucks, Wrigleyville. What? Theo Epstein?
All right, I guess I could go back to bar, someplace I like to go if I get roasted for it, whatever. I like it. I'm gonna go Old Crow Smokehouse.
Oh yeah, another newer
nice
place, but a huge
place.
venue. Like
Huge.
if you want to get people in there, they pack them in.
And
but there's also a lot of places to sit, which I like.
Oh yeah, no, it's a good place.
And on Saturdays,
Old Crow's a
good
place to meet
barbecue.
people too.
Yeah, great barbecue. And on Saturdays, they always have live music, and it's a country bar. So if you like country music, it's a great spot.
Yeah,
I really like Old Crow.
I do.
Yeah.
Long line sometimes.
Yes.
Depending on when you go, yeah, it can be a very long line.
Man, when they have the bar crawls in this city,
I
or in that
consider
neighborhood,
it a bar.
that's always the
It's a
longest
popular
line.
spot for those,
They have the
Yeah,
what is it?
oh, yeah,
Is it
'cause
a
so many
horse?
people can go in.
Is it
Yeah.
a horse that like you would go on?
Yeah,
and
that
take
big,
a
like,
picture at?
yeah.
It's a horse.
It's actually got a nice upstairs as well.
Yeah.
There's one at
Oh, yeah, the
Sun-
rooftop?
there's
Yeah.
one in
Yeah.
River North that's huge too.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
If you're looking for girls that are having a hot girl summer, great spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say my girlfriend loves that place.
All right.
Old Crow.
Okay.
Cody's up.
All right, Cody, and then we'll take an ad break.
Do we have another ad break?
Quick one, yeah.
Yeah, one more quick one.
Okay. Okay. So I've gone bar, food. So I think I got to go back to the bar, and I'm going to another staple, and it's a place that I honestly haven't been to as much as Murphy's, because Murphy's is the place I'm always going to. But
Bernie's.
I love Bernie's.
You going Bernie's?
I love
enough.
Bernie's. It reminds me a lot of Murphy's in a way. One time me and Ryan were there and we saw old Cubs hitting coach Greg Brown
I
there.
walked in.
He came in
At
to go
Bernie's.
pee. He came in to go pee and then came out, said hi to all of us because me and Ryan were there. We're hanging out with other Cubs media people and said some nice things, and then he left. He didn't even get a beer or anything, but it was like a funny moment that I can tell people about, I guess, for like I just told all of you. So yeah, Bernie's is a cool spot. They have patio too.
Yeah.
And it is like, it definitely is like a staple. And they, just like Murphy's, they have like the sign that has like a message on it every day. Yeah. So I like
Bernie's,
that.
very good.
Oh, yeah.
You know what else is very good?
Well, here's the great thing about all of these places: Murphy's,
trying to
Cheesy's,
segue.
Wrigleyville, Bernie's, Sluggers, Obvious Shirts, Old Crow, Old Taco Bell, Do Right, Yum Yum, Tango Sir, Cubby Bear. The great thing about it is you can take your Cubs broadcast with you, even if you want to miss an inning or two. Just take it with you with your Fubo TV. 140 plus live channels of sports, shows, movies, and news. Stream live TV from any device. You might do it right inside the ballpark. Maybe you're doing it from the bleachers. Watch the most Chicago sports for the lowest price. Start watching immediately with a 7-day free trial. No contract, no ugly cable, no hassle. Just sign up and start watching. 1,000 hours of cloud DVR included at no extra charge. Watch your local teams while traveling this summer as well. Lots of events going on. Watch the Cubs on Marquee with Fubo TV. Use the link in the description to sign up for 15% off your first month of Fubo Pro. All right, 5-round draft, Wrigleyville destination.
Last round?
We're in the final round.
Okay, so I went.
This is important because it's how you start and how you finish, Cody.
I went bar, I went food, I went bar, and you went with the old Taco Bell. I have to go with the old McDonald's now. The old McDonald's was awesome, dude. The old McDonald's.
The new one's cleaner.
It is, but man, what did I love going to the old McDonald's after a game because I had to pee really bad. You know what I mean? It was like the classic, oh, you got to go to the bathroom? Old McDonald's, there it is.
Yep.
Well, and before Starbucks, that's where the visiting team's bullpen would go pick up breakfast before the game. If you wanted to see some players running across Wrigley Field, you would see rookies and or bullpen guys running with Egg McMuffins across the ballpark.
I remember in 2015, I think I went to opening day 2015, John Lester's first start as a Cubs Cardinals, and it was broadcast on ESPN, and I remember they had the ESPN set up outside. It was right outside the McDonald's there. It was I don't know. It's so crazy how Wrigleyville has changed so much since then. But just like that old Taco Bell, that old McDonald's was just as much of a staple. And also, it's so cheap at that time. The new McDonald's, the one thing that's different about it is that you can order yourself, and also it's more expensive than the old McDonald's. And that's only because McDonald's has only decided that they want to make more money now off our cheap asses. Anyway.
I love that, by the way, Luke, when they show up in full uniform and cleats.
They do it like every
you hear the click, 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 click.
Every
click
visiting team's social media.
Yeah, they like to do
always
it.
post it. All right, tell me if I can't take this. That's fine. I'm gonna take the rooftops. The Wrigleyville rooftops.
I think that's similar to.
But it's not.
They have events there.
You got to pick one. You can't just say the rooftops because otherwise you could.
I would agree.
Otherwise, you could just say Addison.
A specific rooftop?
Yeah.
The Lakeview Baseball Club, I think, is called one.
I don't even like.
He's never been to the damn rooftops. That's why he doesn't even know what they're called.
I can't afford it.
Well, they're all.
Can't afford it. Is it really expensive?
I would recommend a rooftop to somebody when they're coming into town. If you have a large group and you have like 20 people and you don't want to just go to the game and you're going to go twice, seeing one from a rooftop's kind of cool.
Yeah. And you get all you can eat and drink. Like
it's a great
cool
people love them for bachelor parties and bachelorette parties.
Yeah.
Because it's much cheaper than getting 40 tickets to the game or a box or anything.
To go sit in the Catalina Club or something.
You get food, you don't have to pay attention, and you leave.
Yeah.
I agree, Ryan. You got to specify a certain rooftop if you want to pick one.
I haven't been to all of them, so I don't know that I can.
All right, so
you haven't been to any of them.
Well, why
Sorry,
saying things.
You're right. You're right. Well, you asked me to be in the draft, and
it's a holiday. Everybody be nice now.
You're right.
Yeah, man.
I
Joey's not even drafting.
I apologize.
He's taking over the draft.
He's acting like the people in the chat right now.
Yeah.
He optioned out of the draft today when he was supposed
What
to be
does Collada say about this?
He said Ryan's pick stinks.
That's probably true.
And Ricketts is cheap.
Yes, and he says El Cheapo sell the team. That's what he said. Yep. At least the bathrooms are nice.
All right.
Yeah, at least the bathrooms are nice.
All right, I'll go a place I like that. I don't know how popular it is, but I like it. The Dugout. I like the Dugout.
Okay. The place that was on Bar Rescue.
Was it on Bar Rescue?
It was, yeah.
I didn't know that, but
what's his name? John Taffer saved that place. God
nice.
Bless.
I actually didn't know that, but yeah, Sheffield and Addison right there. Nice place.
Right there by the red line.
I enjoy going to it. It's not like the bars on Clark, how packed that street can get. Like it's a little off, so like
it's one that's
it's never as like busy around there as you get when you get on Clark. It's a fine place. I like sitting on the rooftop. Actually.
Admittedly, I've never been there.
Really?
I've never been there. What I should go sometime just because like it's I don't know. Just to check it out.
It's a nice place. Joey, ever been there?
I have not.
Okay.
I have.
You like it?
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
I will say I'm surprised at some of the places we like. This is why it needed to be a 10-round draft. I thought for sure somebody was taking Demos.
Yeah,
Thought his name was going to be Cody. But I did try the macaroni pizza and was like, pretty good. Pretty good.
I told you.
I'm not going to take a place like Shake Shack because it's chain. No. Okay.
And it's not.
It's a national chain.
There's not history behind it.
It doesn't
like
have
the old
history
Taco
behind
Bell.
it like the Taco Bell or the McDonald's.
This is how torn I am. These are the names that are swirling through my head with the final pick of this draft. Okay.
The Sunnyside Cannabis Dispensary.
First of all, that was going to be my pick, maybe.
No. Sports
and then
Corner,
Barb goes,
Sports Corner's been
is that
around for a
Joey, the
long
guy with
time.
the edibles? What's he talking about at Sunnyside? And Ravi's saying that was his pick, his first pick, so it's already off the board.
I feel weird that Sports Corner hasn't been picked. I feel weird that Nuts on Clark hasn't been picked. I sent Cody once to Francesca's. I said, listen, you're 2 blocks from the ballpark, great Italian food, and it won't be packed. It's a pick that I give to people that are looking for a real dinner, and it's BYOB. But I'm not going to pick Francesca's.
I mean, Demos is good. That's probably my 6th pick.
It's a great drunk pizza.
I like Sheffield's Beer Garden, too, quite a bit.
You ever been to Lucky's, the sandwich place?
What about Yaxie's?
Yaxie's?
Oh, Yaxie's is good.
I'm out for Yaxie's.
You don't like it?
I don't know if it's changed or something, but I got it on a high recommendation. The wings didn't do it for me, personally.
All right.
But somebody recognized Corey when he went there from
Here's
the
another
CHGO
one.
show, so that's cool.
I may go music with this, which is going to throw people off.
Gallagher Way.
Wrigleyville. The Metro.
Okay.
Smashing Pumpkins play there.
Okay.
I mean, anytime you can go see the Smashing Pumpkins alleged final concert,
Corey also was there.
Yeah.
Metro
also
is
was
another
there.
one that I could put down there. What's the Cheval has entered the building. Haven't been to it yet.
Small Cheval, you mean?
Small Cheval.
Yeah. That is
Small
Small
Cheval. Excuse me.
Doesn't belong on the draft list.
I know you like to go.
Brand new.
I know you like to stay out really
maybe.
late. Trace stays out later than any bar in Wrigleyville.
No.
I like Trace, but
I used to go
I went there
all
once.
the time.
I went there once.
I lived in Wicker Park, so I went to Big Star. So I like Big Star too. Go get yourself a nice margarita and some tacos. So the question is, do I go Big Star? Is that too new for the places? Nobody took the DraftKings Sportsbook.
I thought we all took it. Like that was.
I thought that was a collective pick or something at the beginning.
Like a combined pick for all of us.
I don't know. I mean,
because we love DraftKings.
Lucky's sandwich place with Man vs. Food, right by the stadium.
I'm gonna go with Sports Corner over Sheffield's. It's closer.
I love Sports
Corner has that great elevated patio that overlooks the ballpark. It looks right on the corner.
If we could do a show on the rooftop there, Jake's
Would love it.
sitting or standing right over there. I hope he hears me. Sports Corner is the site of one of the greatest nights of my life.
Are you going to talk about it?
I don't need to know more than this.
Well, it was the night of of Game 1 NLCS 2016.
Okay.
I was on the rooftop of Sports Corner when Miguel Montero hit that home run.
Miggy.
But the thing is at the time, and it just happened so perfectly, I was just looking out I was leaning out the open space out to look out on the street, and you could obviously, because on TV it's 10, 15 seconds behind.
Sure.
Next thing I know, I hear this loud screaming oh my, all this stuff. And I see this ball, because there's this little crease from Sports Corner, from the rooftop that you can see into Wrigley Field. And I saw the ball fly into the stands before I saw it on TV.
Nice.
And I have a Snapchat in my phone that I saved of just me losing my absolute mind from that moment. Because I saw it and was like, holy shit, what just happened? And then we waited 10 seconds and it happened, and the entire bar just went absolutely bonkers. It was unreal. It was one of the greatest sports memories of my life. And it happened at Sports Corner.
There it is. So that's why it makes the top 15. I do feel bad leaving off Metro. I feel bad
Sports
leaving
Corner
off-
was definitely
Sports Corner
right there
is more
for me.
Wrigley.
Well, there's a bunch of places someone's gonna yell at us for not picking Nisei Lounge. I never
Yes.
been there.
I've
Bleacher
never been
Jeff.
to Nisei
Bleacher
Lounge.
Jeff is going to yell at
Jeff,
you.
there'll be people that yell at us
Crawley's
for
not
not
going to
picking
be
that.
happy.
But I've never been there, so I wasn't gonna pick it. I mean, there's a bunch of places on there, man.
I've never been to
Well,
Nisei.
Sheffield's I really like.
I've never been to Nice either.
What is that place? What is it? Is it the Sports World?
I'm glad Stucky didn't pick Francesca's. It just
that's like a big store that people go into.
Which one?
Sports
Where they
World?
sell the merch there on the corner.
Clark Street Sports?
Yeah. Now it's Clark Street Sports.
Is it Clark Street Sports?
How about the new team store in Gallagher Way? Go check it out.
I left Gallagher Way out. That's
not the Gallagher Way total complex. I'm talking about specifically the
new Tavern. I count as part
the
of
new
Wrigley.
Store that they built is very nice.
There's a nice
a lot of good options.
Lucky Door.
I was gonna say Lucky Door.
Rizzo's has the giant retractable roof, which is really cool.
I'll go Joey's honorary mention HVAC because that's where they show the Texas games.
HVAC
is cool.
Not a great place otherwise, in my opinion. But
they do have the Chris Bryant mural out there.
Yeah, that's the only thing good about it.
Go to HVAC to like see the mural, I guess, is one thing. Cody said to not pick Deuces, anyone.
Oh my God, Deuces is far and away the worst bar in Wrigley.
I wasn't gonna pick it.
Watch it be our next tailgate.
Oh my God. It does.
There's a few of them.
It says nothing about.
I was going to say
Deuces. Go back and edit this.
Man, it is way overpriced compared to everywhere else.
Just keep talking.
We may have to go back and edit this podcast.
I was at Deuces one time. There was like a kid running around unattended, like a little kid running around because there's a pool there, like just in the middle of the bar. He just had a big beach ball. He was just smacking the ball everywhere, like into people's tables, into people's faces. Like this kid was causing absolute chaos. I loved watching it and got a lot out of it, but nobody was slowing it down, which says a lot about their establishment.
You got Demos, Roadhouse 66 is cool.
I didn't take Big Start and I didn't take Smoke Daddy, not because I don't like them, but because they're Wicker Park places. First and foremost, they belong in Wicker Park, then in Wrigleyville. And as far as Smoke Daddy, I used to walk there. It was a block from my house, but frankly, Smoke is the best barbecue in town.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Pulaski,
what else?
check it out.
The Country Club. Shout out Country Club.
Country Club.
Hosting our opening day party.
Yeah.
Happy Campers, okay.
Yeah. Vines on Clark. Yeah, Vines on Clark is a decent spot.
You know what?
I guess so.
Vines, I used to really. Vines is another great place to meet people before or after.
Yeah. Stretch. Stretch is a good spot.
There's a bunch of places we left off that people are going to yell at us. I promise you.
I probably shouldn't.
We should make an honorable mentions list so maybe they don't yell at us.
Yeah, because I feel like Yum Yum Donuts. Yum Donuts, the pick was nostalgia. It took the spot of current places. I feel bad about that.
I said the Firehouse was cool. It's
Firehouse is not a bad one.
It's a historic one.
Destination. People do go by there.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know if it was like because you don't go there and buy anything. It's just it is a historical place, but
obvious shirts. People go to buy stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I picked obvious shirts.
High Tops, right. Yeah, Harry carries the High Tops. That was a spot.
The burrito place right by the red line.
Try not to rip us too much on social media.
The new Raising Cane's, I ate there a lot. It's pretty
Raising
good.
Cane's. I can't do a large chain like that.
Whatever.
Thanks for checking out the CHGO Cubs Podcast presented by DraftKings, America's top-rated sportsbook. Download the app. Use the promo code CHGO when you sign up. Until next time, have a great holiday weekend. Fly the W.